Mundane Matt, you've been a busy boy as of late, haven't you? Going to a convention that no one really cares about, talking with many people. Some people care about, and some people don't. But the most recent thing I find interesting is your stance on the whole fair use slash DMCA bit. It's funny, people first actually caught big attention of you because someone DMCA'd one of your videos. And while true, it was just a picture that got you flagged, the whole idea of it, I think, is interesting because that person, aka Zoe Quinn, was trying to censor content for, to avoid things getting out. And I honestly think that is similar in this case. Now, you can deny it all you want. You can say, well, it was my stream. If someone wants to watch it, they can just watch my stream, even though no one gave two shits about your Kilroy stream up until the point where our good buddy Jim decided he wanted to come on. Then people started caring about it. And really, that was about it. That was the last 15 minutes. And you barely really wanted to talk to him because you don't like being in the hot seat of someone who really will challenge you, even though he brings in the viewers. So Cognitive Thought did us a favor, as well as other archive channels, and just gave us that little bit, the only part that we really would care about. And you respond in taking them all down. Specifically, the one that actually got a lot of attention, because honestly, no one was going to watch yours. But I have a good question for you. Because if I were to actually use this video, which honestly I would consider using bits and pieces of it if I had a computer that works, I would simply get to the point at the end where Jim asks for a panorama shot of Kilroy to show how many people were there. And, I'm just curious, where is that? You haven't forgotten, have you? Did you shoot it and then forget to put it out? Did you put it out and I didn't notice? Because I would have figured someone would have actually taken notice of you doing that, but I don't think you did. If you did, then I would stand corrected, but I don't think you took a picture. I think you pussed out because you didn't want to be caught basically being forced to admit that Kilroy was not the success that you and other people would hoped it would have been. If there was only 100 or so people that were there at most, and actually trying to get that amount of people actually put in one spot, how is that considered a success? People put a lot of money. People actually wanted to come, and then everyone just that of any interest would have been on that event was pulled out. So, so yeah, where's that picture, Jim? Where's that picture that Jim wanted, Matt? I'm sure he would have loved to have seen it. I think all of us would have loved to have seen it. But we're really not talking about that picture. What we're really talking about is you as a YouTuber. I've always been a believer that us as glorified users on this website, for better for worse, should honestly try their best to stick together, regardless on if we have opposing opinions or not. But obviously, you have chosen that that's not what you want. That's not your intentions. You would rather cause problems by honestly hurting other channels. And yeah, it was your video. You had every right to take it down because it wasn't exactly fair use. If I were Cognitive Thought, I would have chimed in through bits and pieces of the video and actually given my opinion on your performance and Jim's performance of the entire piece. But I digress. It was within your rights to take it down, but really, what would be the point of taking it down? Yeah, people would watch your video, but no, like I said before, no one wants to watch your fucking video. They just want to watch the part that people really care about. And if you honestly really wanted people's attention of it, you would have separated that section yourself and put it out for people to watch. But you didn't do that. At least to this point that I know of, you haven't. Instead, I almost feel like you kind of wanted to hide it, but you didn't really want people to know that you were trying to hide it. And like, as I said before, this is speculation. A lot of this is speculation. But honestly, I will have to give a disclaimer to anyone watching this in the future. Be careful of taking Matt Jarbo's videos. He is mundane, but as mundane as his content is, it is still his, and without some form of transformation involving commentary, criticism, or parody, he has every right to take it down. But as I said before, really should he? What is the fucking point? Unless if someone is legit making money. My stance would be just take the monetization for yourself, because if you have more people circled on you watching your content, watching your work, whether or not it's archived by someone else. And honestly, some of these people, you know, they feel that if something is gone forever, if someone actually has an archive of it, that, you know, people might actually be interested in looking at it. You could say, oh, well, you know, people don't deserve to watch it, you know, if I take it down. But I've never been a big fan of censorship and content being lost, regardless on the circumstance. As the title suggests, I think you're kind of a punk bitch, Matt. I think you're handling this situation bad. You're extremely passive-aggressive, and almost in a way you're cowardly. Now, this video could get flagged for bullying. Why he would consider a video like this for me to be bullying, I don't know. I am not significant by any reach. I have barely 100 subscribers. I don't even know if this video is going to be watched. But one thing I do know is that I find anyone who tries to get rid of anything that they don't like to be very cowardly. And I believe that you gloriously showed this when you not only flagged the video as well as other videos, you actually made your own little live stream to talk about fair use, which completely blew me away. I was watching the Kumite when I saw it, and Cog was actually in the Kumite. And I saw that and I was like, oh, damn it, I really don't want to miss that on the Kumite. But there really wasn't much going on that day. So I figured, why not? Let's see what Mundane Matt has to say about fair use. And it was the most boring fucking bit until you got Ralph and Cog on. And I even chimed in a couple texts. Obviously, you didn't even notice them. You know, hey, he's talking about that he will take the video down. He will actually pay you the revenue that it got from it just to take the strike off. And that's honestly what the issue is not just the videos being censored, taken down and whatnot. It's the fact that your action actually hurt channels. And you can claim that, oh, I don't know who this guy is. I know nothing about it. And you might be right, but honestly, with everything else that's going on, I have a hard time thinking that you don't know who he is. I mean, he's been on the the Kumite for a while. I know you don't watch it, but you claim you don't want to be any part in it, even though they offered you almost $2,000 fucking dollars to come on and sit for an hour. You didn't have to do anything. Just have people bitch you out. You could have muted everything and not heard a damn thing. And you could have collected $1,500, but the money was honestly not good enough for you. You were too good for the money, even though you were practically begging a fan to hand you some money that that they won through a slot machine. I don't know exactly how you can count your channel as a success, but somehow you do. You show how much money you're making through the super chats and the Streamlabs and all that shit. It's barely anything. But yeah, I don't get you, man. I don't really understand what the big deal is. It's a fucking YouTube video. And you're treating your little channel, yeah, of 100,000+ subscribers or whatever, you know, as this big empire that, you know, you're trying to salvage and make it look good. Your fucking name is Mundane Matt. I don't even know why I'm still subscribed to at this point. I look at your videos and I just see some stupid fucking headline and a picture. And really, a lot of times what I'll do is, let's see what that is. And I'll just fucking Google it and look it up myself. Sometimes I'll watch your shit, but after you're done talking about it, you know, the actual article itself, I tune out because you're so fucking boring, man. You are literally mundane. I mean, it fits. It does fit you. I mean, you picked an appropriate name for yourself. Congratulations. But I just don't understand why you care so much. You really just need to not give a shit about people taking your videos. It's not like they're making a shit ton. You are literally the commentary community version of Dark Side Phil. I mean, literally, when I see you doing a lot of the shit you do, it is like you're almost like a boring commentary version of Dark Side Phil. It's kind of funny that I came to that realization, but that's in a sense what you are. I mean, there are other people that I could probably compare you to, but that was the one that really came to mind. And it's funny, like, you don't want to be in the hot seat on anything. You want to stay in your little hug box. You don't want to be challenged at all. You don't want to make money doing something that actually requires a little bit of work and difficulty. Otherwise, you would have taken the $1,500 and taken your punishment like a man. Instead, you hid away from that. When someone actually, when you went on that one stream, when you had an issue, when Aiden Paladin and what was it, Hard Bastard had an issue with you. Aiden Paladin came in, you started bitching you out, and you're like, oh, I gotta get going, I gotta get going. You know, trying to hide and run away as quickly as you could because you didn't want to listen to anything. How are you not an SJW? You don't want to be challenged on anything. You don't want to listen to anything. And it's just fucking ridiculous. I don't know how you can call yourself a man. And I know you have a kid and all that shit. But I don't know how you couldn't just go and just take it, just deal with it, get it over with. People would actually respect you more if you went and did that. Instead, you hide. You hide in your little comfort zone. You know, you share your views with like-minded people. You know, and I'm honestly really surprised that you had Jim on your cast, but I know I know that Jim is popular enough that if you get him on, the views will go up. That's the only reason I can think that you would be interested in having him on. Has nothing to do with your opinion on what he thinks or anything. It's, oh, this guy's really popular. Like, it's almost like, you know, if you had some, like, say you fucking hated PewDiePie, you know, and for whatever reason he wanted to come on your stream, you would fucking do it because you knew he would bring a good chunk of his followers to watch it. But you were just so fucking disappointing, man. You were so fucking disappointing. And when I can't believe I watched that, like a chunk of that fair use stream. Like I said, it was boring. And then I was actually hearing you were talking to your mods saying, "Oh no, don't censor them." Like you were trying to like make a fucking point or something. You have mods. Okay, you want to know how to do a successful live stream? Jim, Mr. Medicare, put out a live stream last night. He did a little bit of hyping for it, a little bit of advertisement. He generated almost 15,000 people watching at one point. 15,000 people. Can you even get 15,000 views on average on your average videos? 15,000. That's more viewers than your average showing of the Kumite, Warski Live, and Baked Alaska show combined in terms of the live viewer count. That was basically all of them just joining together and a whole bunch of extra people on the side because they know when he's got something and he actually wants to live stream, things happen. Things are entertaining. Things are interesting. People want to be entertained. You were not entertaining. You were boring. Fucking do something. Do something to try to entertain people. Cause conflict. That's how the world works. Fucking conflict. Okay? People have an issue with you. Some people still have an issue with you. Go at them head on. Okay? And if you're worried about, oh, what about my views? A lot of these people, if it's a live stream, they'll be fine with you simulcasting it, and then your viewers can jump on your stream and hit you up with super chats and Streamlabs for you. But apparently you're too fucking dumb to figure that out. So where's this going to lead? Where's it going to end up? I'm assuming you're probably going to be trying to DMCA and flag more stuff. If it's not by copyright means, it's going to be because of hate speech. I've heard some of the videos on you crying at your fucking unboxing that they have been flagged due to hate speech or bullying. You know, I was bullied a lot as a kid too. I just sucked it up and dealt with it. You know, maybe you're someone who can't. You know, maybe you're someone who needs to hide behind mods, the YouTube system, other like-minded people. But, you know, the rest of us can actually deal with it. You know, like a man. Like a man's supposed to. So, you know, I know you're not going to watch this. You're not going to respond to it. You know? And I really don't give a shit. I really don't. You know? At this point, I'm only subscribed to, ironically, just to see what kind of stupid shit you're posting. Yeah, you post news, but honestly, it's just the headlines pretty much on your videos are right there. I could just look them up myself on Google. I don't even have to watch your shit. You say you're doing good, you don't show any metrics or anything. So, yeah, whatever. You can pretend that you are. That's fine, I guess. But yeah, so fuck it. Whatever. Um that's all I really have to say. You know. Mundane Matt, fuck you. Just do whatever I guess you want to fucking do. Honestly, it's not gonna matter what anyone tells you. Everyone is saying what you did was pretty shitty, regardless of if you had any right to do so or not. Go hide behind whatever fair use laws, or all that other bullshit that you want. It's not going to change you. You're obviously not going to change. So, if you're not going to change, then why should we care? So, whatever. That's all I got to say. There's so much going on right now, though, honestly. There's so much going on I want to talk about. Stuff with blood sports, with like everything falling apart. The stuff with the recent Mr. Medicare live stream that was fucking amazing. I mean, even though it was like 2/3 super chats, because for whatever reason he put super chats up and he just could not get through them. But yeah, let's go and look at more more interesting things than Mundane Matt. Let's see how that goes. Stuff stream. Yes.